from the north, yeah, that way.
What's going on? All right, we got Eddie L in the building. Appreciate you coming through, bro. He says they are trying to be us, and by doing it, they deny their inner femininity and become us, but worse. There's some truth to that. My guy Ricky Webster, always coming through the show, love. Appreciate you being here, bro. I'm about to start cooking in just a second. I just want to acknowledge everybody, man. I don't think I talked to y'all since Thanksgiving. I don't know. How y'all like the beat? That beat hard to me. Shout out to my guy Northside, man. He was Drum Squad guys from Memphis, man. Y'all know Drummer Boy. He from Memphis too. I actually went to the same high school as Drummer Boy. He got a production team called Drum Squad, and the guy that produces, he's kind of affiliated with that too. He's also affiliated with Bread Gang with Moneybag Yo. He sent me over some beats, so man, y'all go check out the real Northside, man. Northside 2 times. Hard producer, man. He worked with a lot of artists, independent, big name, you name it. He gonna rock with him, man. So y'all go check that guy out for sure. Good dude, good brother. Went to school with him and all that stuff. So me and bro was pretty cool coming up. But before I get into the show all the way, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Hold on, real quick. Shout out to my guy Ricky Webster, always coming through with the support with the $4.99 super chat towards the fish plate. I appreciate you, my guy. You know what I'm saying? I can't play the dance song, bro. I'm gonna get a new one. I'm probably gonna make one myself for the super chat. I'm gonna make a song myself because these folks be hating, man. My guy, man, Dre, what it do, bro? What it do? Appreciate you being here. He said, take that thing off. Hey man, I like it. You feel me? That's on velvet. You feel what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? I like it. And I'm chilling. It's on my off day, man. I'm just representing the off day. I'm chilling. I ain't brushing shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get into it, right? So before we get into the actual show, I do want y'all to know, man, we have t-shirts, the 5100 t-shirts available. You did what I'm saying? And we got a promo code, and it's back 100. So it's BAK 100. It's all one word. You get 35% off your order. And I'm gonna show y'all what you can get. You feel me? You got the real pill, you got the eggplant discipline, facts over feelings, real pill shirts, you know what I'm saying? V-necks, lady t-shirts, women's athletic shirts, you know what I'm saying? Hoodies. You got onesies for the baby, you did what I'm saying? T-shirt sizes for kids, the 5100 sticker, you know what I'm saying? You can get all that good shit, you dig me? So, man, y'all check us out there. But with all that being done, I had to get that housekeeping done. We got something to talk about, right? So for the people that saw the title, the thumbnail, for the fellas, they probably know where I'm gonna go with this to an extent. The ladies probably thinking misogyny. You know what I'm saying? If you think I'm misogynistic, if you think Tez is misogynistic, well, you came to the right place. Welcome to the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Good to see you. Your flies aren't done. Welcome.
All right, Spanky. Hey, Spanky.
All raise your right hand. Your other right hand. I, Stymie, member and good standing of the He-Man Woman Haters Club, do solemnly swear to be a He-Man and hate women and not play with them or touch them unless I have to, and especially never fall in love. And if I do, may I die slowly and painfully and suffer for hours or until I scream bloody murder.
That's gonna get me every time, bro. All right, so let's get into today's show, right? So, modern women need to stay in their place, right? Now, I'm sure women saw this title and was thinking, okay, so he's about to go in on women, be disrespectful to women, be misogynistic, hate women, all that good stuff, right? You know, that's the assumption that's usually made about men making this type of content. Fair or unfair, it is what it is. But that's not what I'm here to do today. Yesterday, when I got off work, I was chilling, right? Scrolling down the YouTube timeline, aka walking in the YouTube streets, checking to see if any of my guys was live. You know, we like to promote our guys and go share our guys stuff, and then, you know, join the panel if we got time. So I was scrolling through the YouTube streets or whatever, and I saw this clip from this page called, I think it's Accountability T or something like that. They do a lot of Lapeef stuff, crew season reactions, stuff like that, right? So I saw a conversation between a woman, I believe her name is Queen Sheba, and Ricky. And Ricky, if y'all don't know Ricky, he's been on Lapeef. He's been crew season. I think he has his own channel now. I see him on Hink. Shout out to my guy Hink from the basement. You feel what I'm saying? I've seen him over there sharing, promoting, you know, showing love. But Ricky usually has pretty good points in conversation. I don't agree with everything he says, but I don't agree with anything every man says. So it is what it is. But he's usually pretty spot on when he's talking about relationships and his point of view. I pretty much see a good point of view. But with all that being said, I want to play the clip, but I also want to set the stage a little bit more, right? So if you're a millennial, you're born in a time where women are equal, right? At least that's what's said. You can believe it or not, but that's what's said. That's what's promoted. That's what women come into our relationships as millennials believing, that they're equal to us as men. You know, that's debatable. I'm not really here to have that conversation. I kind of want to talk about circumstances surrounding that idea, right? So I was just thinking to myself, the other day that, you know, everybody says, but that women want to be equal. You know, they want equal privileges, but they don't want equal responsibility, right? And this clip, it might not showcase that right off, but it does highlight a point, and I'm gonna break it down. I will be interjecting, but you know what I'm saying. Let's have a conversation. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna let it play.
It's the same with women when they be like, "I'm a good woman." That you might be a good woman, right? But you're not a good wife, so therefore you're getting cheated on.
Right. Okay. Now I think I'm getting it, because I was understanding, like, how is it possible that it is a good man, but he's a cheater? That's not having integrity.
Are you? I mean, I get that you use the Bible, so I got to take you there. Are you not a good person? Do you not have a relationship with God because you committed certain sins that say this is the responsibility? Or do you expect God to act in grace and forgive you?
No, it's clear now. It's clear now. I just wanted to differentiate that part where, like, hey, this is a good man and he can be a good man, but that doesn't mean that he's a good husband. And he's not perfect. But remember, like, my point is, like, I have forgave someone that cheated on me, and he went and did it again.
Right.
And when that happened, in my mind, I was like, I just don't think I will ever be able to forgive someone cheating. You know, and it makes you insecure. It gives you all that.
It's not a wrong thing,
but
because if
I have to say
right?
I wasn't the girlfriend that was checking on his phone.
So it's not a bad thing. I feel like y'all be complicated.
But I was just not the girl that was checking on his phone. I was not, like, you know, doing this stuff. I was actually too chill, I guess, in a way. And when this happened, I found out because his mom told me.
If that phone open, you check it.
I don't think we're
Right. So I wanted to bring up what something Lucky was saying. She said, if a person sins, does God not give them the same grace that he gives any other sinner? We tend to forget that when it comes to a man cheating, because it's just abominable and you should never do it, which you shouldn't do it, right? But the conversation centered around it is just the worst of the worst. Homosexuality, we can forgive that. Stealing, we can forgive that. But cheating, no, you got to be a horrible man if you do that. You see how she changed her tune when Lucky said what she had to say. Shout out to Lucky, because I don't always agree with Lucky, but she was spot on right here, just kind of making a point. So I want to highlight that.
we're complicating it. Lucky, I think you have a very liberal approach in your relationships, and for you, that's normal, and that's fine.
No, I'm saying what the conversation that was just had. I'm saying I think that we're to assume that because I have an open mind that I'm not judging the women that stayed and raised their families after whatever they actually said. I'm going to stick to duty. I'm not going to say, oh, she dumb as hell. Look at her. She talks. Look how she. I can't say what I wouldn't do because I've never been in that situation. But I don't blame a woman who says
You've never
I
been.
would Martell Holt. So look how many times she gave him. You know what I'm saying? So I look at all.
Left eventually after he had a baby, and the girl had 3 abortions, and he's had multiple.
He was with her for 5 years, so he had
Had 3 abortions for him, and the final baby she said, "I'm having." He was taken.
I don't know who they're talking about here, but I do want to highlight. I want to highlight what Lucky was just saying. Right, the old girl said that she has a liberal mentality, right, towards relationships, and it's only because she's understanding of men cheating. Not to say she agrees with it, not to say she doesn't have a problem with it, but she says she commends the woman. She's not going to beat down the woman that stays with her man even if he cheats, because she wants to be in a position to be the best matriarch for her family. We highlight that in a negative light all the time. Lucky just highlighted it in a positive note, and the women have a problem with that. But I'm gonna say something. Kevin Samuel was always talked about home wreckers, right? Women that leave their families for whatever reason. How they don't get the same veracity that men get for doing wrong or deciding to leave the family. The woman decides to leave the family. She's doing just that. She's deciding to leave the family, but they don't get the same amount of negative press per se, because the narrative is that man bad, woman good. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the situation, right?
Making money from the family home to fund this woman. There's a lot. And then at the same time, this woman had to leave in order to be good for her children. She started acting out. The police were called to their house. So let's not act like when you...
I'm not.
Hold on.
Depends on this.
Hold on. Let's not act like and put out the false narrative that it's okay and there's no impact to a woman that chooses to do that. Whether she chooses to stay.
We're not... See, this is the thing. This is so funny to me, right? Because when we have these conversations, that's always... Women love to do that. A point that is always talked about, they want to say it's not talked about. We've always talked about the woman staying or the man staying in a toxic relationship, and it's not good for the kids. That's always been the way we have the conversation. The way we don't have the conversation is if you stay and things get better. It's possible that things can get better if y'all want it to be better, if both parties want it to be better. She only wants to focus on the narrative that's always been here. If it ain't right, girl, leave. You can find you another man. That's the mentality, and she's just exposed that.
Or there is an impact. So if we're going to talk about it, talk about the impact so that people will know.
There's also an impact where that's what I'm saying. I don't know if anybody is hearing something different. I get that there is an impact response to someone betraying you. Just like I've seen relationships where a man has to sustain in his marriage to be loyal to a woman who's not fucking him, who doesn't feel like she should cook all the time, who let herself go, and he is in depression because he's choosing to still be loyal. We hear all the time that women are quick to give up that position because, oh, you cheated on me, but she's not willing to self-reflect what is going on in the relationship. It's not always him because
I know or seller, the men I know are seller.
There is different things to say when a woman cheats, because women cheat too. I've seen a lot of cheating ass women. He just got caught, so she feeling away.
I still have a very liberal approach to relationships.
Never got caught.
I think you are very open-minded about a lot. I think
you see what she's doing here. See, what she's trying to do is set Lucky up or make Lucky seem as if what she's doing is liberal. Well, you know the connotation of liberal today. It's extreme, it's LGBT, it's what do you call it? Monogamy, not monogamy, but polyamory, or not to say nothing wrong with these things, but it's still taboo in a sense, right? So she's trying to paint her in the sense that she doesn't know what she's talking about. And she's also trying to make her seem like she's overly liberal, like, oh, well, you just let stuff go. Black women got to stop doing that shit. For real.
I think you haven't had an opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me.
I probably will.
Hey, I ain't gonna...
Dismissive. You see what she's doing. She painted her a certain way and then was like, okay, when you do what I do, basically, come talk to me. Then your point will be valid. Okay.
I ain't gonna give you that. I ain't gonna give you that.
You don't have to stay out of the women's argument. I need you to
that. I ain't gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. You can't tell me what to do.
I need you to stay in your place tonight.
Nope. I don't have a place with you. I don't have a place with
argument.
You
stay in your place and stay out of the women's argument. Now, I will say, if I was Ricky, I might have stayed back, but I don't have an issue with him going forward either, because he sees what I just saw. She just tried to make her out to be something that she's not because of her mentality. As if what Lucky is saying is new, right? It's not new. It just is what it is. He said, look at Lucky, then look at Batman. Enough said. Facts. Let's get back to it. Now, he didn't have to jump in, but I'm glad he did, because I want y'all to see why I even came to do this show today.
You not mine.
I'm talking to Lucky. I'm talking to Lucky.
Let me know when you're ready, when you're done talking.
You're not addressing me tonight, because you're not going to get a moment on my back. An opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me.
I probably will.
Hey, I ain't gonna give you that. I ain't gonna give you that.
You don't have to stay out of the women's argument. I need you to
that. I ain't gonna give you that. I ain't gonna give you that. You can't tell me what to do.
You ain't nothing. I need you to stay in your place
Yeah,
tonight.
wait a minute.
Nope, I don't have a place with you. I don't have a place
This
with you.
argument.
You not mine. You don't have a place with you.
I'm talking to Lucky.
I
I'm
don't have
talking
a
to
place with
Lucky.
you. Let me know when you're ready. When you're done
No,
talking.
you got addressed to me.
What they comment say? Sheba say, "Stay out of women arguing," but they weren't arguing. She arguing with herself. How you mad and mad at Lucky? And hold on, what you say? I can't even see that shit because of the bar.
Tonight, because you're not gonna get a moment on my back.
I
Not
look at you on.
You gonna make yourself a moment. That's what you gonna make.
I am. I'm
You
not.
gonna make yourself a moment. That's what
You
you gonna
use me for airtime. Period.
do. I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not your husband.
Not happening.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Her husband don't play with her like
Like
that
I
either.
said,
Don't
What
do
he say?
that.
Hold on. What he
Sisterhood in full effect. That man said, "I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not your husband." Right now, somebody with a pea brain would think he was actually taking a shot at the husband. What he's actually saying, whether her husband puts her in line or not, he's saying, "I don't have to deal with you. I don't have to answer to you. I don't report to you. You're not somebody that I value in my everyday life. This is a panel. And what you just did was basically wrong. I'm calling it out. It is what it is." But he said, "I'm not your husband. You don't get to talk to me in that way." This is the reason why he didn't react. This is why Trill didn't react immediately. He will later, but Trill didn't react immediately because he saw what it was. It was a simple statement like, bro, you gonna make yourself a moment. You gonna get yourself in some trouble, quote unquote, on the panel, because Ricky cooked, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now he saw what I just saw. She just tried to be little Lucky because she didn't agree with her point on relationships. It's pretty easy, man. It's pretty easy. But let's get back to it.
What he say?
I'm not gonna play
Oh
with
Lord.
What did he say, Taylor?
He said,
my point is this.
Because I can work. What did he say?
My point is this.
I'm talking to my friend. I'm not talking to you.
This. I
Okay,
don't
"Don't
Taylor.
play with me. I'm not your husband."
Let me
You know what? That's what I don't like about you.
I don't care.
You try because you try to take low shots at women when you have a problem with them. But if I start fucking taking low shots at you, nigga, you're not gonna be happy.
I still won't care.
There we have it. If I start taking shots at you, nigga, look, when women use that word, it is equivalent to us calling you a female dog, let's just say. Unstable creature. When we use that unstable creature word, it's disrespectful. What she just did was disrespectful. She just tried to little boy him. This is where it starts, ladies and gentlemen, why I wanted to do this show.
You may want to watch your fucking self.
I still wouldn't care.
It don't matter.
Watch yourself on a panel? What's gonna happen if you don't watch yourself?
Don't play with me. I'm not the one. You're
I
not in a moment.
All
You're
right,
not-
all right. Hold on. Wait. I try to let y'all sort it out, but
Well,
it
he
didn't
not
to
gonna
another place.
disrespect me and bring my husband in shit.
You disrespect.
Now, okay, so he didn't take a shot at your husband. Let's go back. Tell me, how is this a shot at her husband? They trying to dress it that way. Shout out to B. Taylor. She played her role wonderfully.
Don't
What do
do
you
that.
say? Hold on. You're not gonna get a moment on my back.
You
Not,
gonna make yourself a moment. That's what you gonna do.
I am. I'm
You
not.
gonna make yourself a moment. That's what you gonna
Use me for airtime. Period.
do. I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not your husband.
Not happening.
Don't do that. Don't
Was that a shot at her husband? Or was that saying, I'm not gonna deal with you? Play what you deal with you, whatever word you want to use. But he used, let's just say play. He used the words, I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not your husband. I would say the same thing. Like, I'm not gonna do this. You're not gonna beat your chest on me and get aggressive with me. You ain't my woman. First of all, my woman wouldn't do it. But second of all, I'm gonna check that shit. Look at this, man. I want y'all to understand something. She's beating her chest. She's trying to have a pissing contest with a man. Now let's get back to it. She said, hold on, I want to hear it one more time.
Start fucking taking low shots at you, nigga. You're not gonna be happy.
I still won't care.
You may want to watch your fucking self.
I still wouldn't care.
It don't matter. Don't play with me. I'm not the one. You're
I
not
know.
in a moment.
All
You're
right,
not-
all right. Hold on.
Now I want to show y'all something.
It don't matter. Don't play with me. I'm not the one. You're
I
not
know.
in a moment.
All
You're
right,
not
all right. Hold on.
Look at B Taylor.
Hold on. Wait.
the one.
Look,
You're not
look at
in
B
a
Taylor.
moment.
All
You're
right,
not
all right. Hold on.
Taylor.
Wait.
Look at her.
Wait.
Look at her. Shaking her head.
I try to let y'all sort it out,
Oh,
but it's
L,
getting
he
to
not gonna
another place.
respect me and bring my husband in shit.
You
Yeah,
disrespect
let's
me
not
yourself.
bring
Yeah,
up
yeah.
other
I ain't
people's
said shit about your wife.
I don't care if you did.
I don't give a fuck. You gonna respect me.
It's not gonna change nothing.
All right. Hold up. Wait. We're not gonna bring up nobody's wife, nobody's husband. That is off limits. This is not what we do on this panel, man. Let's take a break. Let's take a breather. I'm gonna play the clip back one more time. Everybody gather themselves. We're gonna come back to this discussion in a productive.
B Taylor smiling through the wine glass. All right, so that's the clip I wanted to show y'all. Let me get in the comments right quick. Shout out to my guy Don GQ. What's up, my brother? Good to see you here. I'm gonna hit you up after the show too, bro. Shout out to the lovely Savannah. Shout out to the lovely Jenny Morena. Glad to see you here. But he said, Savannah says he's not taking shots at a woman. He took shots at Sheba. He came directly at who he had an issue, and it really wasn't even a shot. He addressed her, but addressing a woman today is a shot, so whatever. That wine makes them think they're invisible. Yeah, it does. Women and liquor is not a good mix, unless never mind. So, all right. So what I want to say about this whole conversation, I want to break some things down, right? Now, Queen Sheba had her issue with Ricky interjecting in the conversation. That's fair. You can have your issue. You can address the issue, which she did. But when Ricky didn't back down to her, what did she do? She started beating her chest like she a man, right? She said, if I took shots at you, nigga, you wouldn't appreciate it. But he said, I don't care. She kept going. So eventually he said, look, I'm not going to play with you. I'm not your husband. What that means is I'm not finna deal with you. I'm not going to go there with you. I'm not your husband. Go get your husband. If it's an issue, go get your husband. If you can't handle a conversation on a panel that doesn't go your way, you shouldn't be on a panel. But she goes even further. I'm not the one to play with. What does that mean? Is that not an indirect statement of beating your chest, talking your shit? Why do you feel the need to do that with a man? Why is that necessary? What are you gonna do? First of all, you're on a panel. So nothing really can be done. But are you doing this in person too? How many women y'all know that do that shit? Put a 1 in the chat if you know a woman that do that. They like to beat on her chest and talk shit and get in men's face. Put a 1 in the chat if you know a woman that does that. Right? Shout out to my guy Hank, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro. But I'm saying, if y'all know a woman that do that, put a 1 in the chat. They like to get raunchy and raunchy with men, right? Okay. So Savannah says 1, Hank says 1, Jenny says 1, Don says 1. Okay, cool. So we all know women that do that, right? She did that on a panel. When we talk about women being masculine, this is what we're talking about. Not a woman addressing an issue, because there's plenty of ways and temperaments and just different ways of handling a situation that you don't like or you're uncomfortable in. You can still be a lady. At that moment, she became a nigga, like she called Ricky, right? She said, I'm not the one to play with. What does that mean? Because let me tell you how I think. Especially if I'm one-on-one with a man in a bar, Walmart, wherever. If it's just me and a man having a conversation, and let's say it get a little heated, and that man say, I'm not the one to play with. Now I got to get better. You know what I'm saying? I do got to get better as a man, but I'm going to tell you how I react today. Nigga say, I ain't the one to play with. I'm going to say, what you mean? I'm confronting that off the rip. What you mean you're not the one to play? What that mean, nigga? It's an indirect threat. It's indirect, but it's a threat. It's an indirect threat. She's doing it at a man. So let's say for the sake of conversation, her husband saw that. And he feels the need to do something because his woman probably brought it to him and showed him in a way. If he's, see, this depends on the man too, but let's just go with it. So she shows him this and makes it seem like he was taking a shot at her, right? Or taking a shot at the man, the husband, and he wants to do something. We've talked about this on the podcast before. That is not protection, but that's what a lot of women think protection is, i.e. Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. What did so many women do? Applauded it. Now, everybody has their different opinions on that, so I ain't gonna dive too far into that. But let me show y'all something right quick. The way that woman acted, let me show you how that can really go in real life, like off the panel, with your man, a man, whoever. Let me show you something.
You're my problem. What, Johnny? You mad? You mad now?
What is your problem?
You're my problem. What, Johnny? You mad? You mad now? You mad now? Wait, what's your problem, Johnny? What's your problem?
Dog, how you wasn't with me? Where did we come?
But get some dirty.
What's up, man? Yo, this should never happen, but it does happen, so let's talk about it. This video is for people who think it's okay for a woman to hit a man. You say things like, oh, he a man, those hits don't hurt him. He can take that. Yo, they don't hurt compared to if a man hit him, but they still.
Okay. Now, I want to show y'all that because that woman at that point is trying a man, right? She's in his face, she's pointing the finger, and then she hits him. I've been in that situation a few times. I ain't gonna act like I just been in a whole lot of them, but I've been in those situations a few times. I'm gonna give you an example. I was in 9th grade, right? And I was flirting with this little, hey, she's still fine to this day, but she was fine as hell in high school. Little slim thing named Bria, right? So I'm sitting there chopping it up with Bria, flirting. She cool with what I'm saying. I'm a little mannish, you know what I'm saying? My game is very rough. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there talking to the young thing. So flirt, you know what I'm saying? Throwing some little sexual subjectives, you know what I'm saying? Just being a 9th grade horny little boy, right? Old girl cool with it, laughing, smiling, and giving me game back, right? You know, flirting back, throwing her little sexual shots, right? So in the right corner of my eye, there's this big burly girl named Kristen. And she's like, I feel her eyes melting the side of my face, right? And she tells me, you know, CJ, you so disrespectful. And I'm like, but you know, Bria ain't tripping, so I mean, what you tripping for? Like, I ain't even talking to you. So I just like look off, like, bro, whatever. So I'll get back to what I'm doing, right? So she talking crazy. I hear her. Don't even remember what she was saying, but she was talking crazy. Next thing I know, she hit me right in the side of the face. Now I didn't hurt. I barely moved. I just was like, so when she hit me, I hopped up, snatched the ass, slammed on the desk. Now I cocked my fist back, but I stopped myself. Now, why did I cock my fist back and slam her down like that? Anybody in the chat? No? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know. I'm working on my crowd participation. So y'all put a 1 in the chat if you want to know why I slammed her down and cocked my fist back after she hit me. Put a 1 if you want to know. I'll gladly tell you. All right. Hold on. Let me just get 1-1. Come on, I need the crowd participation, man. I've been working on it, man. Got to get y'all engaged. All right, we got Jenny with a 1. Why did I cock my fist back and slam her down? Don GQ got it right. Sorta. This was a big burly ass chick that wasn't getting no attention from dudes. and she swung on me. But all I realized is that somebody hit me. And my first reaction was to slam her big. She was big. I know she was about 240, 230, something like that. She was a hefty girl. You know what I'm saying? She probably could be a sponsor for Hefty Bag Trash Bags, my nigga. Like she was a solid young lady. You know what I'm saying? So I slammed her down. I cocked that motherfucker back. The reason I had that reaction is because that's what I did when I had issues with dudes, bro. By 9th grade, I was already, I had like from first grade to 9th grade, I got kicked out of school every year for fighting. And that don't include the neighborhood fights over basketball at the rec, at the community center. No, like it didn't matter. I fought a lot. If you're in Memphis, you raised in Memphis, especially if you came up in the inner city of Memphis, y'all know what's going on. You got to learn how to fight, check, make fun of motherfuckers, all that, because if you don't, you're gonna be fooled out here. So I had been fighting, so somebody hit me like that. My first reaction is get busy, right? But when she hit me, she's lucky. I'll just say she's lucky I had the restraint not to do her dirty. Cause I slammed on that desk. She had the fear of God in her eyes, and I had my fist cocked back ready to. I'm talking about recreate all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it. And I'm starting to think that may be the problem. And I'm not saying I should have done it. That's not what I'm indirectly kind of saying that, but that's not where I'm really trying to go. So earlier I brought up the millennials, right? My generation, right? Most of the people in the chat are millennials, except I think Don GQ, I think he's an older fella. What my boy say, I had to let Big Shirley know. I had to give her a little razzle dazzle, you know what I'm saying? But we come up in a time, generation millennial, right? We come up in a time where men wasn't patriarchs. There was a few, but there wasn't this evil patriarchy holding women back. We were literally raised in a time where women were the closest thing to equal as far as society goes, right? So we had already been dealing with that our whole life. So when we hear women talk about how evil men are, but also want to talk about equality and how men are oppressing women, but that doesn't compute, right? The only reason I didn't hit that girl is because of what I've been taught and my level of restraint. I don't even know where that level of restraint comes from. But I've been in this situation a few times and I just didn't do the girl dirty, but I really wanted her to. Maybe it was the law that keeps me from doing something like that. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But when you challenged by a woman, or verbally or physically, you asking for trouble, right? So I wanted to bring up this video because Sheba did the same thing a lot of these women tend to do. Get buck, get crazy, and let's just say that was in person. What would she have done? She'd have been reaching for her husband, baby. This man X, Y, and Z. A man would have to be dunked, step in and fight for his wife. That would immediately put her husband in a bad situation, whether he wins the fight or loses the fight. Losing could mean either getting beat the fuck up or dying, right? Or him winning, beating the fuck up out of dude, or killing him, and he goes to prison because of this woman's mouth. Women need to stay in their place. I'm sorry. I know you've been told that women can do what men can do. I know you've been told that we're equal, especially if you're millennial. And shout out to the men in the millennial generation. I'm a millennial. We were raised up under this ideology that women are a lot like us. And I'm not disagreeing with that 100%. But there are things that are different. I used to tell my ex all the time. I literally used to say it just like this. When she used to talk that dumb shit to me, you know what I used to say? I'd be like, if you was a man, I would punish you. I used to tell her that all the time because her mouth was just like, and women are way better with their mouth. Well, yeah, women are way better with their mouth in plenty of ways, right? But what I'm talking about, back to the subject, right? Women are very good with their tongue in their mouth, and they will say things to cut you deep. They will go where you know. They will go where they know is your most vulnerable spot. They will talk crazy to you, but will have the nerve to have a vagina. They will have the nerve to be a woman talking to you like a man. See what that does to us? What that does to me when a woman talks to me like that, which doesn't happen often. Let me just say, I don't really have that problem a lot. It happens. I usually check that shit or ignore that shit and keep it moving. But when it happens, I almost forget you're a woman. Because you coming at me with the energy that men come at me, and that's not gonna work. It's gonna be hitting a brick. You see this big ass head? It's gonna be hitting a brick wall. I ain't hearing nothing you gotta say. Let me shout out my home girl, Shoo. What it do? Thank you for being here, love. What you say? I don't want equality. You shouldn't. I don't either. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, bring this energy to J Live. Hey man, y'all, I can't hang with y'all over there, man. Y'all degenerate behavior on J channel. Lord have mercy. Demon time, devil time, goblin time. I just want to be Central Standard Time. Can we do that? I just want to do that. But so yeah, when you try me being a woman, but try me as a man. When you try me as a man, you're coming at me in a way that resorts to violence in a lot of situations. Now, should it always come to violence between men with disrespectful words? No, but men know how far to go. Men have been killed over the smallest things. So we know how far to go. Women don't have that. And I tend to believe, I had this conversation with World Class one time. We were talking about like the dope boy with all the daughters, right? Like, yeah, she can hit you, but you can't hit her. You know what I'm saying? That's how we was raised. I mean, hell, my daddy was a dope boy. My mama was a dope girl at one point in time. So I kind of know it's in my family, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around it a lot. But I don't think it's the dope boy factor that really matters. It's just the parenting style. And a lot of people have this style where the girl is not taught to not play with the dude. Like a lot of girls were not taught to watch how you talk to boys. It was, he bet not hit you no matter what you do. That was literally how girls were brought up. So you see the effects of that today, right? And in this video I showed y'all earlier, right? I'm gonna put it back on screen. In this video I showed y'all earlier, this woman started off being violent. I want y'all to watch this for a second. I just want to show y'all one part.
What is your problem? You're my problem. What, Johnny? You mad? You mad now? You mad now? Like, what's your problem, Johnny? What's your problem? I tell you, y'all. Because you got to get me. Because you got me.
Right there, right? First she was like, let me get on your nerves. Let me challenge you. Let me say shit like, what, you can't handle me? You what, you scared of me, Johnny? What you want to hit me? All that, right? Now that's one part, provoking. Now when he grabbed her, he threw her down. You know what happened? Because I've done that. You know what happens in that position? All of a sudden the girl neck broke. All of a sudden she can't move her limbs. And it happens in real life. But I'm saying it's acting. What tends to happen when that man gives you a glimpse of what he could do to you, they go to victim. They run straight to that victim mentality. And that puts you in a position where you're automatically the wrong one. Even if you got the woman king right here. Even the woman king fights a man, and when it shit get real, they get to femininity real quick. That's a clip. And you have some women that will continue to fight. And then if they lose the fight, the police get called. At that point, it's a fight. When you jumping back up to hit me again when I'm already trying to get you up off me, at that point, it's a fight. But she loses and calls the police. Right? Women of today, modern women need to stay in their place. Stop getting all aggressive with a nigga. Stop telling nigga, if I did this to you, nigga, you wouldn't have a problem, nigga. All that. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Another thing about millennials. We're a little closer to the old school, but we still young, right? These niggas will knock you out today. The dude Skeeter that hit the girl with the skateboard went viral for it. The outrage. And shout out to my guy Mark. I saw you in there earlier. I just forgot to say something, bro. Shout out to you, Marcus. If we're in a generation where, yeah, we're still being taught like don't hit a girl, but you even have more parents now that's like, hey, if you hit him and he hit you back, I'm gonna go handle it, but that's fair game. Like I tell my daughter that, like, don't be playing with no boys, because first of all, you're gonna get your daddy in jail, because I'm not gonna go for that shit. But I'm also gonna say, what the hell was you doing? Yeah, you're not gonna be a victim every time. Cause I know my daughter got a little smart mouth already. She get that shit from her mama. Got a smart little mouth. How are you talking to boys? That's why I don't even like boys and girls overly mingling together, because it's just a different way we come up. And it ain't because somebody forced us to do it. No, my mama didn't want me fighting. As a boy, I was naturally fighting, right? And before I got in trouble, I used to rough my sister up. And I used to get whoopings for it. My sister cannot hang with me, bro. Hell, look, if you my size as a man, ain't too many men can hang with me. So I'm saying, what possesses women to push and fight a man, argue with a man, disrespect a man when they've seen what happens? Because they think that they got a pass because our fathers and our mothers gave them one. All right, let me see what Jenny say. Having an older brother humbled the heck out of me. Every time I thought I could challenge him, it was laughable. It is laughable. It's definitely my sister did get off. My sister got off on me one time. She hit me with a nice little 2-piece, and I was like, all right. But I was only like, all right, because if I come back with you with a 2-piece, you gonna drop to the floor crying, and mama gonna come in here with the extension cord whooping me. So my hands was tied, right? But the older I got, or the older guys get, they stop caring about that tie to their hands. They just gonna go ahead and get it done and go deal with the jail time. That's why you see more and more domestic violence. I always say this, men are more deadly, women are more violent. I've always believed that. Write that down. Men are more deadly, women are more violent. And it's another thing, right? I was talking to my ex not too long ago, right? And we were having a conversation about domestic violence. And she brought up how she's never fought a woman, but she's fought like 5 dudes, and all of them that was in a relationship with, right? Now, I've asked questions. I'm not going to get all into it, but I've asked her questions about that. And it was because he said something, or she made him, or, he made her feel a way, and she did what she did. But she even would admit today that it's wrong. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's true, Charles. You had that feeling that I can really hurt you. That's why I don't hit women. That's why I have never balled my fist up or cocked my hand back and smacked a woman. I've never done it. I done shook the shit out of it. I done shook a bit like a margarita before, but I ain't never struck a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's been a push, grab, a slam, a bear hug, something like that. Like it's been in a sense of restraint or getting somebody up off, right? But being in these situations as men, we have to show restraint. But I'm telling you, these especially Generation Z, man, them folk gonna start 2-piecing y'all ass, bro. More and more. Because y'all don't believe fat meat greasy, as we say in the South. Fat meat is definitely greasy, bro. Y'all don't tend to believe that. And that's how you end up in these situations, right? So look, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Let me I'll drop the link for a second, man. But I'm not gonna be here too long. I got shit to do. And actually, me and Ted's got some work to do a little bit later. So y'all can come up for a second if y'all want to come up. But I'm saying though, ladies, I would love a lady to come up. This is what I mean by modern women need to stay in their place. Stop playing with men like we little kids or little girls. We not. I'm strong enough. If I hit a woman in her face, I can break her face, bro. and I'm showing restraint by not doing it. Don't even give me a reason to want to. We talk about equality and how men should have this superhuman restraint every time a woman comes at them violently. In the right situation, I will knock a bitch out. I'm gonna tell you that. In the right situation, I will. Luckily, thankfully, that's never happened. But y'all gotta stop. All that reckless talk, all that you a bitch ass nigga and I do this and that and I ain't the one. Somebody gonna test that. You dig what I'm saying? So a man gonna test that one day. Be like, oh, okay, you ain't this. Show me and get in your shit. I don't agree with the man doing that, but I understand it. You dig what I'm saying? I'm like Bill, what's my boy name? Bill Maher? I don't know what the fuck his name is. But yeah, comedian. He said, look, I'll never hit a woman, but I will never say there is not a reason you should ever hit a woman. There's plenty of reasons. The one reason I go with, the one explanation I have, the one idea that I have is not to go there because I can really hurt this woman. Rest in peace, Shaquilla Robinson. Women hitting harder and harder these days too. They killed her with their hands. Man, look. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the show up, man. I just kind of wanted to touch on it. I want to thank everybody that came through, bro. I didn't want to spend too much time on it, but yeah, Queen Sheba and her little hyenas cheering her on. That shit ain't cool, bro. Women need to stay in y'all place. You dig what I'm saying? Stop saying you want masculine men, but you try to emasculate them. Because what you're gonna find out is he's more masculine than you are, and he'll knock your wig off your goddamn head. Stop playing with men. Do something safe. And I'm gonna tell the women that deal with me, don't play with me. Because I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm just gonna cut you off. I done got to that place in my life now. But I'm not with that bullshit. Stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your motherfucking lane and watch out. Because a nigga like me, I ain't gonna hit you, but I'm gonna yoke your ass up. I'm gonna show you a little bit of that power. But y'all know what's up, man. Just stop playing. Just stop playing with people and you'll be just fine. Respect the man's strength. Have the decency, the base level of respect for what a man can do to you. See, a lot of people think respect is the same as like or the same as appreciation. It's not. Respect is a verb, my nigga. Respect is a law. I respect everything around me, bro. From men to women to dogs to cats to this microphone to this laptop. I respect it for what it can do, whether I agree with what it does or not. I just have respect. You know what I'm saying? But Charles, if you got your device connected, you can pull up, bro. You can pull yourself up if you want to come up. But yeah. What movie you talking about, Don GQ? You said that movie was a lie. What movie you talking about? I just got lost in the sauce. My boy, Slim Gutter. Was it Slim Gutter? I stay forgetting that shit. Oh, appreciate you being here, my boy. Don, if you don't stay in your lane, your ass, I will run your ass over and won't look back. Oh, okay, Woman King, yeah. Yeah, we already know the French tore their ass up, right? Like, the French definitely whooped the homies tribe women's ass, but, they try to sell in there. That's another thing. They sell to black women that they're masculine, and they eat it up. They eat it up. They want to be men so bad. Matter of fact, when I first came on the live, this was the first comment I saw. They are trying to be us, and by doing that, they deny the inner femininity and become us, but worse. And I know what he means by become us, because they can do it with complete autonomy. Everything is forgiven. Everything is understanding. Ladies, I'm never gonna promote men beating women. I don't agree with it. However, I understand nature. If you keep rising up in men's faces and doing all this and doing all that, and what you want to hit me, a nigga gonna knock your wig off. I'm telling you, they gonna knock the wig off your shit. What up, Charles?
My bad, bro. I'm still new to this technology, kind of. For you.
No, it phone, bro. It trips on the phone, bro. Like StreamYard do not work well with the phone. It's StreamYard. It ain't your phone, bro. It's
and then
StreamYard.
my tablet charging up, so that's the only reason.
But what you got on it, bro?
You know something? I watched it, Baby Boy, 2 nights ago, and when his bitch was hitting him in his back, telling him she was tired of him and all that, and he backhand her, which was wrong, but women have it bad by doing that, run up behind a man, hitting him, and then not expecting him to not to, backhand her, which is wrong, but still, it shouldn't. A man should hit a woman should hit a man. They don't talk about that enough. And Yvette yelled out saying, that Jody hit her, but hell, you were hitting him. And there's more other movies I can't call them right now, but
bruh,
women hit.
That's a good example though. That's a damn good example. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I as a man have the opinion, especially if you're doing dirt, let your woman get off, right? Like let her yell, you know what I'm saying? A couple hits, like not even a hit, but no, she want to push on you. I'm sort of okay with that, but she was hitting his ass, and she actually hit him in the face.
Yeah,
right?
he hit him in yeah.
And then he had that reaction where you don't think about, oh, that's a woman. You just get the fuck up off me. And what did she do? Went right back to that woman.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe you hit me. She went right back to what she should have been in the first goddamn place.
My hair, yeah. And then it's another show, Sisters. I know a lot of women watch it. I found myself watching it for some reason. But it's a pretty good show. And this woman was telling this man, the woman was calling him small and all this old stuff. And he hit it and she slapped him and told him to leave her house. And man called her, the B word.
Right.
And and then he spit on her. But she went and killed, one thing for sure, you never spit on nobody. Period. Right. That's fact. Right. But she got so mad where she killed him. Ran him over, beat him with a stick and ran him over and killed him. But it was just right here on the show. And, but this stuff does happen in real life. Tyler Perry got good about this lately by doing
right.
And, it's Sisters.
Yeah, because I was watching it with my ex and I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? But go ahead.
Yeah, and it's a pretty damn good show. I found myself watching it. And hell, it's just, it's so many life events where women push the man too far, or the woman and the man push the woman too far. But the 7 years, women doing wrong. I mean, doing stuff that's provoking a man in the wrong way. And then us being 90s babies. So is that the new millennium, the 90s babies?
No. So we the millennials, I think it stopped at 96. And then that's Generation Z. You know what I'm saying? And I was making the point that we still got some of that old school teaching of fighting, protecting your sister, don't hit your sister, don't care what she do. But this newer generation ain't really getting that. That's what I was saying. Like, women, y'all gonna keep playing, bro, and these dudes gonna start knocking your block off.
And then this man, and then the thing is, Big Mama may have had her flaws, but she always taught us, our generation, that men supposed to do what men do and women do what women do.
Right. You got a lane, stay in it.
Yeah, you got your own role. To like Brink TV said in one of the classic podcasts, women know your role.
Facts.
It's simple. All you doing is take care of the house, doing what you're supposed to do, and take care of the children. That's it. But now women got to a point where now it's like they can do what men do. Hell no, you can't. You can't do what men do. You're not even set up to even do that. Your body, your physicalness is not even on a man's level. That's just simple.
Yeah, but they tend to believe it is, and that's what get their ass in hot water, man.
But see, that's the thing. The world did
right.
That's the problem. The world did
right. And like I said, it's got to do with a lot of how we raise them, not necessarily us, but even some of the older generation with us, like when they were telling us, never hit a girl, but that's fine. Yeah. But you're not telling these girls like to stay out of our face, because what happened was you told those girls not to do that, and they knew that you weren't supposed to do that. And if they saw you not do it, you notice that they would tend to do it more,
right?
Because it wasn't no consequence. Like, bro, it's a consequence to putting your hands on a man. Now, you lucky if you meet a guy like me, because I won't hit you. But I'm telling you, ladies, if you get to the point where you hit me, I'm gonna yoke your ass up.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna feel no way about it. You're gonna feel that shit in your arms. You're gonna feel that shit in your neck. You're gonna be sore for the next couple of days. And I'm only giving you a part of what I would give a man if he ever played with me like that.
Yeah, and it's I'm gonna say this. My granddad used to always tell me this, and my dad said this at a few times, where if a woman was to hit you, they say walk off, but he gave me the scenario of, what if you on your day where you just like fuck everything type day, and
you don't care,
and you just slap the shit out. You slap like 2 front teeth out of them now. Then it's a problem. Then that's when the police being called.
Right.
But the police are not. But nowadays, police starting to understand that. Now instead of where the woman and the man going to jail.
Yeah, they both taking them. Yeah, they taking both of them. Hold on, let me read this comment real quick. Let me get Jenny. Jenny said, "Yo, getting hit by accident like an elbow to the face or jaw will rattle your head. Imagine the full force. No, thank you. I'll be over here in the corner, quiet and knitting."
Damn, Miss Jenny, you know what?
That's why she married. That's why her ass married.
Hey, that's Queen B right there. I respect that.
Jenny, the truth, man. But like what she said though, like bro. I'm telling you, like, bro. The thing is, I play football, right?
Right.
And as a safety, that was 160 little. I was coming around the edge on a safety blitz, right?
Yeah.
But there was a guard pulling. Me and him ran into each other. Now, I didn't know he was coming. I didn't even see him pulling. But I hit him. That nigga was 260. I put him on his ass.
Damn, now, you with a Lawrence Taylor, didn't you?
Yeah, and I was just going to the ball. Like, I didn't even see him. But this is the point. I was 160 doing that to a man that weighed 100 pounds more than me. I'm 210 today, and I'm a man. I got man strength now. Women, don't play with that. You understand the power when you need it to help you. Right. When you need to understand the power when you thinking about getting out of line with him. It's not about you can't speak your opinion. It's not about you're under control and I don't want you to ever have an opinion. I would like if you had less, but whatever. Like, you can have an opinion, right? But don't think you're gonna chastise me. Don't think you're gonna disrespect me. Call me a little boy. Call me a bitch. Put your thing, baby. That's not gonna fly.
Yeah. Then that whole thing of the podcast y'all did right after the 100th episode of the woman, the snake, the
power of the woman's tongue.
Yes, that's it. Women are snakes. Certain women are snakes. Right. And it's more of like, when they say, it's almost like they know in their mind that I'm going to say everything that I can just to hurt this man's feelings. But if a man know where he is as a man, how everything a woman say don't really even matter. It just bounce right off of you. Right. If it don't apply, don't say nothing. But a lot of men sit there and apply to it, knowing that it don't mean nothing to them. They just want to say something back. There you go. You feeding that snake more and more on what she doing. Then now it's making her right in her eyes.
In her eyes. Real Charles, goddamn, you hit the head on the nail, bro. That's exactly what it is. That's why I preach all the time. Stop arguing with women. I tell men that shit all the time. Stop arguing with women. Now, if you're on a panel, that's one thing. But even on a panel,
you gotta be very careful with this.
You gotta be, like last night, I would show the clip, but I'm gonna wait. Me and Ted's probably gonna do something with it. But last night, I was on a show called On the Block with Jen. This fine ass. We took it down. But we're gonna have all that shit on the website, so you'll be able to see it soon. But this was something different though. What you talking about is something different. What I'm talking about happened last night. It was live. So I was on her show, and there was this brother that said, I'm not going the extra mile for no woman. If she don't want, like, appreciate what I do, she can go. Now I sort of agree with that statement, but I could see how that could come off as like you dismissive. Like, I actually do care about going the extra mile for my woman. But he's entitled to his opinion. That wasn't the point. The point was, Jen from the show, she said, you sound like a homosexual, right?
Wow.
So I immediately, you know me, fool. I immediately like, well, how is he like? How you go to calling the man gay? Like, okay, you can disagree with his point, but how you go to? So she got triggered, bro. She instantly hit me with the what she say? Oh, I don't know if you know where the fuck you at, but I'm gonna mute your mic. Now this whole time, I've been watching the show that day. The whole show, they were talking over each other. She didn't have no issue because they were agreeing with her. But the moment I came on and called out for some bullshit behavior, like it was really some bullshit behavior, she got no feelings. And then now she want to mute my mic. Now, well, I will give her credit because later on she apologized for it. But I didn't check her. I just was like, okay. And then when she got done with her little terror, I said, can I speak? She said, yeah, I can speak. So I spoke. I said, we both know that you only called that man gay or homosexual because you wanted to humiliate him. Let's just be real. Like, let's stop acting like it was something else. He didn't sound gay. You just didn't like what he had to say, so you called him out his name.
Yeah.
And then right after that, she gonna say, "Well, are you done?" No, she said, "Are you done?" And she said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Huh?" She said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Oh, I've been okay since I clicked the link. I'm good, though." I ain't give her no energy.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? I checked her without checking her, because I didn't get into that female shit. Yeah. That's another part of it too, but that's another story for another day. But that's just to your point. Like, don't engage them. Like, if you can help it, don't engage them, bro, because you can't win.
Because it's just certain things that men are not built to understand women. We only
not fully.
Like,
we need to understand. The way you understand women is understanding you don't understand women. Like, that's how you understand women.
Right.
Like, you just understand the basic principles about them and you'll be fine. So hold on, let me read this right quick. Don says, CJ, what if you already went 10 miles for her and the extra mile get you killed? Don't do it. Like I said, that's why I said I didn't fully disagree with the man when he said it, but it was just like the way he stated the statement. You would think that he was just being hurt or went through some shit with a woman and he on some fuck women, I just want sex, I don't even love them type shit. But like, I'm not saying give your all to every woman or even your all to your woman sometime, because sometimes if what you're doing already ain't appreciated, there's no need to go further. Right. Because it ain't gonna be no better anyway. So go ahead, Charles. I'm gonna give you some final thoughts because I'm gonna get on out of here, bro.
Yeah, okay. Well, my final thoughts is, women needs to understand that men we're more stable creatures than women, and we try to go by the right way by treating women right and trying to understand it to the best of our abilities on what you want to be respected as. All women need to do is understand that we want the same value as y'all get on Mother's Day every day. That's the way I feel about it. And it's women need to be put in a position of wanting to be wives instead of just being hoes.
Female niggas.
Yeah.
Female niggas and shit, yeah.
Yeah, these ghetto women now. That's what it is. Instead of being wives.
Right.
That, that's all I have on it, bro. I mean,
Okay, well, I appreciate you coming up, bro. I'm gonna go and wrap up with my final thoughts and shit. I'll get with you later, bro.
All right, bro. Go ahead.
All right. So look,